story about a group of young people that wanted to contribute to the community while they benefit themselves. People that wanted to fulfill their aspirations and have fun while they create an impact. The name of this group is ZE.ZE. ZE in Hebrew means this is it, and we are now going to explain you what exactly it is we do.
So it all started a couple of years ago when one of my friends started his national service at an elderly daycare center in Jaffa. He came to me and my twin brother and told us about the financial problems of that place, and we thought to ourselves that maybe it's a good opportunity to help them. So the first thing that usually pops to your mind in those situations is to go to raise charity, donations.
Boring.
But as they said, for us it was boring. We didn't just want to go and knock on people's door asking for money. We decided that if we're going to do something for others, at least we're going to do something that is fun, something that will motivate us to continue doing so.
So then we asked, what could be fun and a practical way to raise money? We had an idea to throw a party. It was a huge party. We gathered all our closest friends, and each one could contribute in his own way. For instance, one that was artistic was in charge of the decoration, while another one who loved music was the DJ. We generated enough money in those successful parties to invest in activities on those daycare centers for the elderly people. And those activities were also ones that we were passionate about, such as yoga classes, belly dancing class. Here is a peek of something we did last year.
Shaking all over.
So, to tell you the truth, all my childhood, I was pretty selfish and didn't do much for society. But when I got the opportunity to be selfish for society, doing the things I like with my friends in ZE.ZE, we suddenly realized that the social sector can take advantage of a person's wills to develop himself by offering him a volunteering position that matches his personal interests. We as young people have a unique value proposition. We have time, we are passionate, and we have lots of fields of interest which we want to develop not only for money. And we thought, how can we benefit from that?
So that's why we started ZE.ZE. ZE.ZE is a platform for young people to develop themselves and the community simultaneously. In ZE.ZE, people are creating social projects together according to the skills and passions of the community members. Our social cause is, first of all, the young volunteers. We care specifically about unengaged volunteers. Take, for example, Rafael. Rafael's passion is advertisement video production. When Rafael first met ZE.ZE, he was in a point in his career that he wanted to develop his skills. So he offered us to produce all of our promotional videos. These videos benefited him professionally, and it also benefited the organization, as his videos mobilized thousands of young people to our projects and events. Rafael is only one example of a community of young people that are utilizing their passion and developing their skills through a social cause. Being part of this community completely changed my life. Before we started ZE.ZE, I didn't really like the life I was living. I was working in a job that considered to be successful, but I was very far from my passions and my dreams about creating an impact in the world. I remember I started understanding that time the term of the real life, and I felt I was compromising all the time. And the people around me were in the same situation, like I like to call it comfortably numb. But ever since we started ZE.ZE, all I see around me is young, passionate, and creative young people that are working together on social projects.
Let me share with you one of those projects. It's called the Street Philharmonic, and we started it 3 years ago when we had an experience that probably most of you share. Have you ever stopped and listened to the sound of a musician playing in the corner of your street? Well, most of us are living and raised in the city of Tel Aviv, and we are lucky enough to have plenty of those talented musicians. We were always fascinated and intrigued by the circumstances of life that led them to play in those streets, and we decided to reach out and ask them. We came to learn that most of them immigrated to Israel in an elderly age, and not knowing the language, they had difficulties to integrate into the local industry. So although they had an honorable music career back home, we decided that they should have a better chance to do it here as well. We decided to unite them. We united them into a professional orchestra named the Street Philharmonic, and that's how they can raise another salary, perform on stage, and we can all enjoy them together.
So that's actually what we did, but it wasn't that easy. In the beginning, none of the musicians trusted us. If you think we look young now, 2 years ago, I didn't even have a beard, and most of the musicians thought, who the hell is those 8th graders coming to me, bothering me in the street, talking about forming an orchestra and playing all over the country. They just didn't want to work with us. Take, for example, Eddie. Eddie was born in Russia, where he used to play at the army orchestra. But since he got to Israel, he didn't actually get the chance to play in a professional band. And when we came to him in the street and told him how we appreciate his music and we want him to take part in our project, he immediately refused. He told us that he was afraid and he thinks that he's too old for that and we should go keep looking for younger musicians. But we insisted, and I'm glad that we did, because he agreed to come for the first 2 concerts, who for us were amazing. They were sold out. Thousands of people came to each one and saw their Eddie. And I'm going to show you a clip for one of the shows. Thank you. So this was 2 years ago, and you probably saw Eddie, the guy with the big accordion, with the head shouting in the end. And it was so powerful seeing him there. He had such a charisma, and it looked like he never left the stage all his life. And I remember that a couple of months later, when a reporter came and interviewed Eddie, he asked him what was the most important thing he gets back from this project. And I myself thought it's going to probably be the money and the salary he's gaining every month. But Eddie's answer was that although the money is good, the most important thing he got back from this project was his confidence. His belief that he can still play in a professional orchestra in front of thousands of people. And for me, this is what this project was all about. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So actually, Eddie is one of 16 people that are being employed in this project. We sold over 60 concerts across the countries, and we're still selling. And we generate enough money to invest into other social projects.
That's impressive.
Thank you. We know. That's our business model. You see, each social project that we have needs to have a sustainable business model in a way that will be profitable and not depend on donations. And we can invest the profits into new social projects. I'm going to share with you another one that we have. It's our latest one. It's called ZE.ZE, which means this is she in Hebrew. ZE.ZE is a printing factory that through it we are hiring women who used to be former prisoners, and together with young students and designers, they're making all kinds of products. Here you can see some of the examples. So all those products are giving them the ability to raise another salary and to express themselves through it. I want to share with you a small story that I had a few weeks ago when I first came into this factory. We were there standing in a small room waiting for our first product to be printed. And I can't even describe the feeling and the energy that was in this room. We were standing there, and on my right, I had few women who told me that they are so excited to have this opportunity to be a part of something, to belong and to create. While on the other hand, the students and the young people, especially the designer, who for the first time is making something that is actually going to be sold. And so there we were, and the first product was ready, and we were all clapping our hands, and this is where I said, finally, that's why I'm at ZE.ZE. Like that, we can all have passion and be passionate about something and to create something for a greater cause, each one from his own reasons. That's my passion.
But in the beginning, it was very hard. We had all these ideas about these projects I just told you about, and we were totally inexperienced. We thought, who are we to create an organization? There are 14,000 NGOs in Israel, we thought. Some must be experts in engaging youth and creating all these social projects. So we thought we should meet them and ask them what to do. We were pretty surprised to learn that even in the social sector, when you're just a beginner, most people don't want to work with you. So most of our meetings back then ended like that.
Thank you for coming. You're so cute and adorable.
So can we meet again?
You're very cute, but we'll call you back.
Cute? We realized that if in a meeting someone tells you you're cute, it's like when a woman tells it to a man. You're probably not going to have a second date. We were depressed. After 2 months of writing our vision and meeting all these people, no one wanted to work with us. So we decided to work with ourselves. We had no money and no partners, but we realized what we did have. We had an idea, we had passion, and we had friends. And for us, it was more than enough to be successful. So different communities around the world, different groups of young people. We invite you to take a look at your group. What are your passions? What are your abilities? What are the skills you want to develop? Then take a look at the community. What are the social issues in the community? Try to think about a project that combines these two. We're sure you can utilize your talent for a social cause while you enjoy the ride. We're going to finish with our favorite quote by Howard Thurman, which says, "Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive and go do it. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive." We hope the experience we create for the community enables them to become alive. That's the way we try to live every day, and we hope you too. Thank you very much.
Thank you.